What is up, YouTube? So it's been a couple of weeks since I last posted, and to be honest, the reason why I've not posted is because, well, basically I had two Hyroxes. I had a 10K. I can't remember if I gave you an update on the 10K. I got a PB of 38 minutes and 40 seconds, something like that. But obviously I was doing my photo shoot prep, and I was doing my Hyroxes as well. However, as we know, Hyrox is a performance based sort of training. So you need fuel for Hyrox and you need less fuel for doing a photo shoot in order to cut weight. And I thought to myself, why am I paying all this money to do a photo shoot? Why am I paying all this money to do Hyroxes, travel up to Glasgow, stay over, if I'm just going to be absolutely subpar and all of them? What's the point of doing them if I'm not going to be able to give my best in both? So I had Hyrox in Glasgow, where we drove up, we stayed over, and I managed to get a PB of 105.
Go on, Biggin.
And then 10 days later, I was going to do another Hyrox in London, which I felt absolutely horrendous, and then got a 110, which is still pretty good, but not what I wanted. I just didn't feel great compared to the Glasgow one. But after a Hyrox, you sort of have a few days rest. It can take you a while to recover. And to be honest with you, I sort of was recovering. I still felt a bit sort of fatigued, felt a bit rough as well after the Glasgow one. Started having a bit of a bad throat. And then by the time I started feeling a little bit better, you're almost going into a bit of a taper week anyway, where you start tapering your training down, ready for the next event. So I had pretty much almost a couple of weeks where I wasn't training as much. So my cardio was down, and essentially I was trying to recover from Hyroxes and my food was up. After the second Hyrox, the one in London, I then got a bad stomach for a week. So out of the 8 weeks originally that I was due to be doing this photo shoot prep, I'd probably only had 3 weeks where I was actually, where everything was in working order. And not making excuses, but as I said, what's the point of putting all this effort in and paying actual physical money, good money as well, it's not cheap, to just be absolutely average at everything. So yeah, don't get me wrong, my 105 time, I was happy with that because it's a PB, but again, it might, to some people that might be average. To me, I was happy with it. So I have now had to delay my photo shoot, because it is hard to do both. If you're willing to sacrifice getting a good time at Hyrox, if you're willing to go into a photo shoot and not look your best or not look as good as you can do because your focus is split in 2 different areas, then by all means you can do both. But I do think it is pretty hard to do both at the same time, if not impossible, but there's going to be a trade-off somewhere where you don't necessarily do your best in both. So now Hyroxes are out the way. It is all guns blazing on the lead up to the photo shoot. The photo shoot is in 3 weeks, so it's all focus on that. So I am still doing 2 to 3 gym sessions a week. I'm still going to be doing my Hyrox training in terms of cardio, but performance wise, it's a little bit, there's not as much pressure on me to sort of hit times or hit targets and things like that. And obviously there's going to be a trade-off because I'm going to be eating less calories on the lead up to Hyrox. I've still been training 3 full bodies or 2 full bodies, and then now and again I'll add some legs into the Hyrox workouts as well. So for example, today I have done an upper body session, and then I've done a little bit of a Hyrox workout. Went all Canadian and workout. Nothing crazy. Yeah, it was a little bit of a compromise running, but I want to keep that going now for my goal is obviously photo shoot first, stay lean over the summer, potentially look to maybe add a little bit of muscle on, but I want to try and stay fit for Hyrox in October and get a big PB then. So we've got about 6 months until that one. I'll be keeping people up to date with that, but the main thing is now all guns blazing, ready for this photo shoot. So looking forward to that.